say are not overrated
Right.
on Inferno in the world. And
So-
it's just tough.
Let's do it, London.
All right.
Let's make some noise for map 2! Absolutely love the energy you guys were bringing. Let's hope for another scrap, another back and forth between these two teams, because, I mean, is it possible to beat Vertigo? Only time will tell.
They know every move. This is one of the teams they're going to practice against that they know is good at. Inferno, they're going to be able to read every situation if they put their minds to it. This pistols could be defining. So we've got MIBR, 3-man set up towards the pit. We've got a graveyard player. I don't know if anyone's up on balcony from what I could see. KNG, he's actually down, and there's a bunch of T's coming his way. 5 to be exact.
That is 5. All in. But wait. There's a layer to this. They're going to wrap 4 players around some library. Stewie dropping Mayarn first and foremost. They've killed 2, but they may not suspect a third. KNG comes out from his cubby, splattered on the pit. Blink and you miss it. Team Liquid going to take pistol.
Yes, they do. They rampage the A site. It's tough when you're playing in graveyard. Again, that's a spot that you cannot fall back from when you are going up against an A take. It works. It can work well if you have 3 people there and they can all sit and help you trade. And then sometimes you can be in the most annoying position, especially on the pistol, where that spot's not wall bangable. So there are some redeeming qualities to playing in graveyard. But in the situation where you get one tapped on the swing because someone hard clears you, or you miss your first shots and then have to duck, you have nowhere else to pop out of. You can't really surprise anybody. So it just comes down to like how nice your first bullet accuracy is. It's a wipe. Everybody from MIBR gets baby wiped off the screen. There's not a single player remaining. Liquid win the round and will upgrade into their guns. There was, I don't know if they're anticipatory of a force buy from MIBR, but they're going to buy a majority AKs. They're really not spending a lot here on SMGs. Nafly will be the only person to grab a MAC-10 and try to become the cash cow. Try to ascend into the form of a cash cow. We'll see if he takes the lead and tries to hunt down people with his MAC-10, or if it'll just be a standard state of affairs where everyone gets gunned down by rifles.
May not want to right away. He does have the most bountiful belt of utility.
Yeah, that's true.
And we do see these rifles wanting to take long range down B first. Now they're going to start clearing the brackets of the A site later, Mayarn. See that utility being chucked out? I feel like at one point in this round, Nafly will become the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And he's just going to fly into a bomb site to really figure out whether or not a stack is there, perhaps. But remember, there was everything invested for MIBR, so we're talking nice collections of utility. Woo! That frag included.
Huge. Just kind of low and deep.
Everybody changes places. Nitro now has to walk forward, but it's not like he has any more health than the player he replaced. So now these Deagles, all of a sudden, this scout, that makes 3 of these players essentially one-shot. So the first step of this was, of course, the frag damage, and oh, did it connect, but so does the smoke spam of Elige. Another frag grenade out of the equation. Furt gonna try to tuck back behind B site. They don't see him, and that's a hell of a shot, but not a second. Nope, Naf rocks him back, and that's the B site open for a plant.
And Liquid did a great job of playing it patiently. They got a little bit lucky on the spams, but it's all the usual spots for all the usual suspects. Everybody from MIBR is in an expected position. Now, for Liquid moving onto the side, I mean, MIBR have no idea how close they came. They put almost every single player, or 3 players from Liquid, in one-shot deagle range. They could have all just gone down if MIBR had kind of just let them in as opposed to playing those standard positions. But how are they to know that there was going to be such a great answer back through the smoke in the form of spam? Liquid win the round. They lose a single player. This is a ton of money made, and they lose a single player who had a MAC-10. They're going to be happy to take these very good guns into the next round and not have to upgrade them.
Yeah, if anything was meant to be left behind, it was that.
Yeah.
So another round added to the tally. MIBR going to have to bite down on this one. Still, remember, that scout is in the mix.
And just to talk about the veto again, I mean, their odds in the series were low. They needed to win. I would say they really needed to win. If they won Vertigo, and put that differently, if they won Vertigo, they'd have a good chance taking the series here on Inferno, where they are comfortable. They want to play Inferno. Are they better than Liquid on Inferno? No. Do they have the stats to prove it? No. But we know they're comfortable, and if their boot camp says anything, then they should be better than their results in the past.
And, you know, all the prep you can do before this series goes live, I think that there are some praise to be given to MIBR just in terms of their individuals on Vertigo look good. You know, we had some crisp aim, and some solid headshots. That's something they can most certainly transition here to Inferno. But tested at this B site by utility, they look to lock down. And Team Liquid really not taking any chances so far.
It's tough. It's one of the easiest rounds to lose in this when we're going up against pistols. The crossfire at mid, the crossfire on B. It's just so nice for the CTs in a lot of these situations. There's so much close quarter combat that can occur. They do just go through the thoroughfare of throwing like the smokes that they need to, and then they move into an A site take versus just Taco in the pit. They're going to take Arch because it's open. Arch is a nice way to take, obviously, long-range angle on pit. They throw a smoke down, which inhibits their push a little bit more. But again, it is just Taco, so we're maybe just counting the days before he dies.
That's grim, man.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dark humor there.
Still,
but I think he's going to die.
20 seconds. This is one of those rounds where, like, all it's going to take is Napfly to maybe wallbang a box. Let's see. Deagle's up.
Oh.
Stewie down. There's the wrap now from Naf. And, of course, remember, nothing else at this A site. So poor Taco left on his own.
Yeah.
Bite size.
They had a different WhatsApp group, and they just left him. They didn't hit him with the notification that the party was on the B site.
Yeah, sorry, bro. You're cut. Further chip damage, you know, if only all of this had been stacking up prior to a bomb plant, then maybe MIBR can rack up some losses versus Liquid. But again, 4 players surviving by the looks of things.
Yeah, 3 rounds in a row. Pistol round less important, but 3 rounds in a row where they don't get majority deaths. That's going to be an important stat for MIBR, because if Liquid just makes so much money that they can keep buying, like it's going to mean nothing to go on this giant loss streak that will grant you the ability to buy back to back. They're going to have to eat through so much economy for Liquid. Their problems will only get worse if they don't do a little bit more on just these eco rounds. So just if they can change that, that would be a big deal. Taco 1-for-1 as we're seeing. Not too much exciting stuff happen. That's because not a lot of Liquid players are dying. They're being very smart about this. Arch side cracked wide open a couple of rounds in a row.
Yeah.
And that's something we should see more often. Full buy here for MIBR. Round 4. KNG going to be opping here on the CT side to kick things off. Read in an interview that Fallen and KNG were going to be splitting their attention on CT side, and a lot of the times on T side, KNG will pick it up depending on the map. Here, just to kick things off right away, KNG picking it up as the Arch side operator.
Ooh, and there's an op for him to find. Let's do
Oh, okay.
Coming in for the double. Woo! Could have been a third.
Got excited. Calm down.
Mayer now left on his own, calling desperately for Fur to rotate over. He empties his belt of utility. There's that last piece, the smoke. And it's going to give him some temporary cover to work around. Now, they don't know which box he is behind, but he's definitely back here. Twist taking down the rotate's huge. They've cleared this A site yet again. And with 4 players standing, Team Liquid are off to a flying start.
You got to look at the minimap right now. We've got 4 blue X's on the A site, and it all happened nice and early. So what does that say? I mean, they had the appropriate amount of people to defend on the site. They had them all in positions where they were taking duels right away. Stewie was put in a very tough position to get 2 kills with the op, but put into, and obviously maybe got a little excited, went for a third, but then how could he not take that chance of trying to catch someone crossing? That guy's scared of him, trying to get away from under porch after his 2 teammates died. So you got to say that makes a lot of sense. And then with that information, Liquid executed very quickly.
Yep.
But from there, I mean, round's over, right? If you get the 2 kills on lane, those are some of the hardest kills to come by, then you should say that T team is going to take it 9 times out of 10. So pushing a man advantage into a win are Liquid. Another round where Liquid win with 4 alive.
That's key. That money really starting to rack up. I think there's a world where... Oh, hold on. Let's do this.
This is crazy, right?
Second one.
My God.
And almost the third. But this.
Oh, my.
Did him dirty. Twists from the top rope of the apps really cut off Mayern's, lifeline.
Yeah.
He had called in for Fur to come over. Fur still had so many pieces of grenades he could have thrown into that mix. And I think Mayern did a good job of putting down his smoke, using that cover to rework his position. He just needed a little bit of help, but here, in the half buy of MIBR, they find themselves down a man already, trying to trudge through the fire and the flames of this banana hold. It was Taco to go down first, but Fallen answers. He just threw an AWP out of the map.
Yeah, they're actually now, that just signifies that they're somewhat worried of losing the round. They are just going to go for the straight rifles. They know there's no sense in giving up an AWP in this situation, and they have the money to be able to make decisions like that. Money is power, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever forget it. Boom, Mayer. Headshot with a deagle. Nitro enters back. KNG from the side. Can't get two, though. No. Alish will take him out, but it is 2v2.
Here we go. This is what MIBR are looking for. A round that's still winnable, seeing as they do throw a player down banana to grab an M4. And there are weapons for Fallen too. Doesn't actually happen to find one. But there is a kit. Remember, that kit in play is huge. Adds 5 seconds for them to play off of. There are flashbangs. There are smokes. If they can time this pinch in from Apps, keeping Alish back with a smoke. Naf has to jump up and try to get into this gunfight. He's fired bullets, so he's really given himself away, but Fallen's gonna have to get on this bomb. He needed that kill in pit, but neither are found. Team Liquid on fire as fast as could be.
Yeah, as fast as could be, just by straight up getting the 5 rounds, but also making those rounds nice and short. They have done such a good job just eyeing out every one of MIBR's players, moving onto sites very quickly, and moving as a unit. Looking like a bunch of Navy SEALs. Team Liquid, right? Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
And, you know, all things considered, that round, exciting. It was just a few deagles for MIBR. And remember, our MIBR fans in the house, 6-1 on Vertigo, turned to the opposite direction. This one's not too far gone just yet. Double op setup here from MIBR. That's a fresh look from the defense.
Not too many grenades being thrown back and forth here on B. MIBR they don't have like a stringy buy any means. They even, in fact, have 3 more incendiaries to work with. They just haven't fought for any attention on B, and instead are focusing on the fact that they have AWP, holding their utility into maybe the later portions of the round. Chance there for Fallen, but he wasn't peaked wide enough to even go for the wallbang. Worried here potentially about a boost even. Not often you see Fallen become too timid.
Well, there are still flashes around him. Speaking of which, he takes one to the face, reveals his position, and falls off just a bit. But Team Liquid, they've gone elsewhere, looking to clamp down here on the A site. We've had MIBR with numbers on lane, and they're going to do that exact same setup. Maybe some variation on Taco. He's playing inside of the apps now. So he's looking to lock down balcony and allow for his teammates to really hold mid here, but it's all on Mayer, and he's pinned into the corner, and Nafly successfully trades the man advantage. Taco down empty-handed, and again the A site crumbles.
Yeah, a bit of a disappointing setup to see the exact same thing being used again, but they don't have like that high-low defense where they can spot in case a Liquid want to take Arch. But just being in those, and the other value to that, right, is if they come lane and you two are above each other, if someone peeks out, they peek you at the exact same time. In this situation, they're able to isolate all of their fights, and that's not a good deal for MIBR. So you wonder why they're going for the setup that got absolutely annihilated once, and trying it one more time, especially when things have not gone well.
Yeah.
They had a round where they started off low, like not using much utility, had 2 ops to try to have fights come to them. I guess they maybe expected Stewie to try to work out a boiler in the similar fashion to what he did before, but this time they decided they'd win the fight. I don't know. But Liquid put their attention on A. They shine a spotlight on it, and they exploit a flaw in MIBR setup, the same one that they hammered into last time. You could say it's a bad call. It's hard to say. Sometimes maybe there's something there that it's impossible to notice that was missed, and that's why they couldn't get that initial trade, but it was clearly the most critical one because everything else felt like a house of cards.
We saw those double ops picked up. See if they get back to it once they return with a gun round, but it is MIBR using that one primary weapon for Fallen. The raid boss here in round 7 tries to take early peaks down mid. The live odds now so incredibly skewed to the favor of
Big
Liquid.
numbers are good, right?
Yeah, right. Understandably, as MIBR still yet to respond. But here's a silver lining. They've done early damage here in the 7.
Yeah, that's true. That is something, and something that they figured out a little bit later on on Vertigo, just like how to open up the man advantage. Here, Taco does it. Takes the round into his own hands. He's been so aggressive in great ways.
That's a dangerous game for Nitro to play. He's very clearly giving himself away, and he's so lit. You know, we put a lot of the pressure here onto the shoulders of Fallen, but it's been the Deagles to kick this off, and now Fallen caught off guard by this aggression. They charge through the smoke of the CT side. They get into this B site by storm. Sure, there's a retake attempt here, but that one op they had is in the depths of the B site. The CT's throwing down a smoke close. That's going to enable Taco to get onto the cusp of the site, but it's Elysian Naf to drop the bodies, cut the numbers, and kill the dreams of an MIBR upset.
Wow.
7 rounds in a row. It was just pistols. It was off to a good start, and then fell flat on its face.
Yeah, the execution was a little bit stringy, but then they landed. They nailed the landing. That was beautiful on B. Once they had gotten the bomb down, it was MIBR to put a lot of stock in Fallen in his op in emo, but they hit him with just like a basic execute with the 3 players they had left over.
Sure.
Fallen, Blind, and Maulade obviously had no choice but to try to fall back, and then got sprayed down by Stewie. It took a long time, but it came down to the utility uses that isolated him. And once he's dead, the people who want to try to help him obviously still have pistols, or they're very far away. So a great round from Liquid to just steal that back. It was definitely a round that could have been lost very easily.
Who do we praise thus far? Naf sitting over 118 ADR. Stewie's just behind him. So looking good for Liquid.
Yeah, everyone's got a failing grade on MIBR. There's basically no one there that is doing anything amazing, spectacular right now, and that obviously amounts to the round score that we're looking at before us.
They want to turn it around. It's here and now. Still a chance to finish the half with a lead, but the slimmest possible. Ooh, Naf nearly gives up a kill here on Boiler. Taco shaving him to 12 health.
This op and Boiler, it's this consistent threat that Liquid have been applying to all of these rifle rounds on the A site nice and early. It's actually been the beginning and end of a lot of these rifle rounds.
Ouch.
Oof. Fallen drops a shot, falls back, naffing him. 2 oppers on the map, both low, and MIBR have decided to save for the ops. They want to try that again. Let's see what changes, though. Liquid going into an execute makes a lot of sense now that they've not only tagged Fallen in a way that they know, but even with 2 people here, all of these nades, Fur has got another thing coming.
Yep. He's going to try to tuck behind second orange. He's completely cut off by Fallen, who's just trying to ring out shots, rattle rounds, take them down, but he won't. He is still empty-handed. 40 seconds, that bomb going to be planted, and look at MIBR run for the hills.
Yeah.
Cowering towards CT spawn, and I understand why. That double op that they've been trying to implement, so costly, and still so unsuccessful.
At this point, they've even got to do their due diligence and try to spam just to make it seem like they might go for the retake. Because like Liquid at this point are running high on confidence too. They'll just go and chase them. In that B exchange, like that dance they're doing at the top of Banana, you'd like to see MIBR fight a little bit more because this liquid execute that they're using is a bit too strong. I mean, it was very clear before the smokes and nades had come over, Fur is going to be in a tough spot. Fallen's going to get smoked out. They know he was opping. He was already low on HP. He was susceptible to running through a Molotov if he tried to walk through a smoke, or just getting naded, standing in a position like Coffins. And Fur at second oranges, he's trying to sit and wait and delay for rotates, but that just becomes a standard round that you end up losing in the post plant. And Liquid's execute wasn't that It wasn't that special in any way.
No,
you know, it was just a B-side execute that was really good.
One that made sense, having tagged down
the only way to get away from that is to get the kills early, get info early, like op down Banana, or just win Banana in the beginning without even getting a kill. Maybe MIBR need to think about trying that. Oh, okay. I mean, you could try. You also have to make it happen. But yeah, that's definitely the hard part. A good boost nets its chance. He actually spots someone there. Just doesn't nail the shot.
That's awkward. It's definitely not going to leave them in a good mental place. To be down 8-0, to be again in a 3 versus 5, to be scratching their heads and finding themselves still uncertain as to just how this is so one-sided.
Yeah. Liquid they were rare. Now they're like almost well done with how long they've been on fire. Oh my God! Another pick by Stewie. Just inches out into position. They're just hoping Fur can hit his shot. That's it, man. That's it. Tail between the legs here for the last 2 players of MIBR. Liquid up to 9-0, and it doesn't seem like they're showing signs of stopping.
Yeah.
Hard to do on T side, I'd say.
Sure. Yeah. Fair enough. I think this is a really good reminder that Counter-Strike is a drug. You know, this is the come down from Vertigo.
Right.
This is the morning after.
We got one good map. Yeah.
I mean, it was a hell of a high.
Yeah.
But we are riding the low. Or at least MIBR is. Liquid going to be more than happy.
But here's the thing, like, I mean, even if you're a realist, you could say MIBR are confident on both halves.
Sure.
They're going to have a plan for the entire thing, but again, like their Inferno is just, I guess, not that good, and their boot camp doesn't seem to have improved it all that much. Now they do have also maybe a little bit of like confirmation bias by being able to like take some wins on Inferno, which has become their new first map pick in recent times. But they're not playing teams as good as Liquid, or they haven't been, because a lot of the best teams have been on break when they've been grinding, or they're playing the Katowice closed qualifiers or whatever. So there's, you know, maybe they just feel better than they actually are on the map, and they also struggle to find good practice for it to evolve their game. But you know, Liquid are just doing what they do.
This is the Liquid that I feel like we could have come to expect. You know, you think back to all of the talent prediction for today, right? Other than James Banks, it was all FaZe and all Liquid. Well, FaZe came in, dismantled NIP.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, like, good, at least we're going to have competition for Liquid this week.
Right.
You know, because I think they are very clearly the #1 of this group.
It's true.
But after that second map, or excuse me, after the first map of the second match with MIBR, I was a little taken aback by that. I wasn't ready to praise the Brazilians as much as we had to. And I feel like Liquid were maybe caught off guard by that, but they don't seem caught off guard at all. This is kind of where my expectations were.
And this is what we get for the BO3s, right? That's what's so great about this year for Blast. A lot more BO3s. Oh, my God. Okay.
Oh, it's just insult to injury. Taco's going to put an end to that. Like, come on, man. But just as quickly, Team Liquid, they're going to shift their attention over towards this B site. They're going to get that bomb rolling forward. It is heavy numbers in their advantage, but there is timing. The gap could have played to their favor. They go for the flash, isolating for taking him down and securing double digits. 10-0. Launders, are we going to go from the bender of Vertigo to a 16-0 skunk?
16-0, I mean, that would be another high.
Right, fair. Yeah,
That'd be another high. Why not? Might as well cheer for it. At this point, MIBR fans are cheering for a round, you know, let alone a half. They're going to need a lot more to bring this back. I mean, even when they're going in to be right there, they're like taking their time to do everything in the protocol, right? Everything that Nitro talked about, they're just going through the motions still.
At the 9-0 lead, when you have the man advantage, you know, I was trying to paint that picture where like Fur was going to be given a peek by the first man, and then the next two Banana players were going to be reminded to play proper CS, go for those flashes, but no, they did so before even losing a player. So yeah, you're right. They're still respecting MIBR in every instance, going through the well-oiled motions that is Team Liquid's Inferno.
Yeah, this is nice. Oh, yeah, cute little boost. And it's just one of those maps where now like Liquid could basically take both sites at the same time. It's also one of those maps, you know, maxed out, lost bonus, MIBR are going to be buying a whole lot.
Sure, they're shooting for 5.
Yeah, if they can get 5.
Best case scenario.
Yeah, that would be a huge recovery. That would be amazing. Wouldn't we love that?
More of that.
More of that.
AWPs in the mix, some lackluster weapons.
It's tough. You're in the game, you're like, you just think everybody is everywhere. You know, on the CT side at this point.
They're in the walls.
They're in the walls. There's nothing good in here. Oh, man.
Still no hyper aggression, but they're going to go for the flash here on Banana. MP9 will best Stewie 2K. Here we go. Come on, MIBR.
Yeah.
Show us some life. And they will at least retreat back into the bomb site. You know, once you finally find an opening, when you have that slight edge, you don't want to give it back, but the Liege turned away by a smoke.
Annoying to see a team play so carefully when they're doing so well, yeah? Especially if you're MIBR, though. I mean, it's just gotta make you itchy thinking about the fact that Team Liquid are playing with you like this. But they are up a man in this round, so don't want to call it too soon. Lige has the op, and
hey, look,
is he also going to be the first out? No, it looks like Nafly, Slothfly, is going to make his way out.
Fur! Are you talking MP9 Ace? No, sir. Does get shut down after the third, but Fallen. It's got the double on the Thomas.
We're on the board, and we're on our feet.
That's all it takes. One round.
One round. Yeah.
Because now we can say it could have been worse.
There's no bigger loss than going to a match page and seeing that yourself get 60-0'd.
Yeah, the old golden goose egg. So there we have it. They break it. Team Liquid's spree, all extinguished.
Yeah.
Straight in with another bye as well. It's not one of those awkward positions where MIBR kind of limp into this and have to fight the bullet again. Nope. They will still have a chance. As we said, 5 rounds at best. Good luck. Have fun.
Lige out front. Oh, man. Fallen's got a whole bunch of enemies, a whole bunch of nades coming his way. He misses a shot. Somehow lit. I don't even know how he gets away with his life there. I think that might have been a supporting flash from Fur to push them off. So I thought Fur was a bit too far to help. He does do a lot from an estranged position. Twist working on halls all the while. Taking his time, though. Bottom of the steps. Peering into long hall, as we can see on the mini-maps. It's arch that smoked as well as mid, just hindering things for now. That'll be the sign. They're going to start to throw things over. Good shot by KNG. Doesn't know how much damage he dealt, but it might count for something.
Sure, sure. And they fall one back off of B, so it is all Liquid at this A site. Good chance for Mayern to get into the mix here as he plays towards arch. He's going to allow KNG to go back towards short. That's where he landed his first shot, but they lost that arch control. And now they realize they are so susceptible to a wrap. A big pinch in the last 20 seconds, but here's Taco from Pit. It's traded right away. All they needed were those last 20 seconds to plant bomb and get themselves 3v2 in the post plant. Do MIBR throw caution to the wind and just try to win at least all 5 rounds?
Yeah, I guess not. Wow, they're actually not even going to go for this. There's a chance there, obviously. That's tough. It's a very standard round in the sense that A exec comes. MIBR all in very standard positions. This time they don't go for their atypical A setup, like on lane with the 2 players by porch and then 1 opping. Instead, they go for the arch setup with Mayern, who's playing a rotator spot, coming into peak mid to see if it's a fake. There hasn't been any fakes from Liquid. They've just been able to get away with moving to the site that they deliberately choose. But dying to the bomb is something. But then Mayern just has to get a kill. You know, it's just one of those situations like now we're in a spot. Everyone's in their prototypical position. Mayern's got to deliver a frag. Everybody on the site has to deliver 1 frag, and then maybe the execute can happen. And ideally, they just get both. Players coming out of Pit is not a great sign. Obviously, one of the strongest positions to be in. Don't know if they were shooed out of it. Twist was talking about the trials and tribulations of playing Pit these days and just how known it is what your move is. And only the best players can just get away with a frag when there's all these nades coming their way and they know it.
Fallen, here we go. Finally getting some eyes down to the depths of Banana. I feel like we have seen CT shy away from these sorts of plays, but new flavor. And a tasty one at that. MIBR, 5v4. Fallen doesn't even shy all the way back into the bomb site either. No, he wants a second scoop. He's going to be flushed out by the Molotov. Elise tries to spray and give chase, but they will not get that equaling kill. Nope. Still at the 5v4.
Yeah. Again, just taking this very seriously, step by step. Giving MIBR the benefit of the doubt.
And this has been their bread and butter, this A hit. Mayern relegated back into the tucked corner. Taco's just looking to lock down apps, and as long as this smoke is here, he can focus on this one angle. And if he shuts down Twists, then maybe the rest of his team can lock down the site, because now he can lend a helping hand. Look at them. Fill the kill feed. Naf, though, clutch attempt. He just ripped Taco's head off, but he's going to plant exposed. Knows he can go for it, and MIBR win a second.
We almost saw something nuts. again from Naf.
Yeah.
Something we don't need at this point.
I caught him in between maps. I walked by. I was like, Naf, you did him dirty.
Yeah.
He shrugs his shoulders and goes, you got to do it to him.
You gotta I wonder how good his Italian is.
Look at this. Woo! The drive-by.
Wow. I mean, he had the read on the second last kill as well, so goes for the fake plant, gives it his best shot. It's kind of like, that could have been highlight of the week. That's too bad. But overall, great holds from MIBR. They hold strong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they finally make their imprint known on A.
Taco's kill is key.
Yeah.
Ooh, good flashbang versus KNG. Look how many players are going to give chase. Naf looked blinded still. Arm up. Oh, KNG down. Fur trades. Good. Gets a second. Mayern's ready with a double of his own. MIBR. A caged beast on this CT side. Tries to bite back.
And look at this. You got Fallen looking all the way down Banana. So that allows the rotation to come in so much more quickly, which is what MIBR have needed to change. They managed to come up with it for right behind Mayern. Like, Mayern dying alone, that sucks, and there's no one there to trade here. We've got a different round. A site has now been reclaimed by MIBR.
Stewie. He's got to check back behind him. Fallen's holding, and yeah, he's got it. All too easy with that deep B play. I feel like Stewie gets caught off because we haven't seen that aggressive B play until the later half of this half.
They did condition Liquid into not thinking too hard about trying to work on top Banana, wasting too many grenades, because they know that MIBR are not going to fight back that hard. So MIBR slip in, prime opportunity where Liquid are like, well, if they're not going to ever peek down Banana, why don't we go up mid quickly? And they finally peek down Banana and allows for this very nice rotation to come in just in time.
Of course, the classic question, is it too little, too late? We said 5 was the best case scenario once upon a time. Well, 4.
Yeah, 4. I mean, 4 is a little bit better, right? You know, yeah, this was definitely, I mean, this looked like a 50-0 half at one point, so 4 is a little bit better. Ooh, we hopping over some bullets, but no, just 1 actually, 1 of 2.
Malige answers, KNG right there. That's a double op setup at the top of Banana.
2 hops in B. I guess Fallen was just going to, I don't know if Fallen was going to be the one to fall off after spotting down. I mean, if he gets control of it, he probably stays. Maybe KNG rotates out. Anyways, that's an interesting setup. It actually worked. Probably a good time to use a bait. You don't have to worry about being red about like in the next round. Execute in a B. Is this over, Connor?
It's full-blown execution. The old commitment. KNG. Whoa! Turns around, finds Naf. Bombs planted. 4 versus 2 advantage here. He's got the depths of the bomb site and teammates all over. Twists has slipped into the depths of connection. Construction, rather, and it is nothing further. So, MIBR, a little silver lining, something to give at the very end of that half. They string together 3 of those last rounds, 4 of the final 5. Launders, it gives us a hope for the Brazilians as we switch over to the second half. Ladies and gentlemen.
A lot more before we start talking. We're only at 4 rounds.
Yeah, okay. Still very much Team Liquid's game, as shown by the absolute 1.00 there in the Betway live odds. So if you fancy your chances, MIBR clearly at the disadvantage. But again, a second pistol could shift momentum early here. It's not going to shift the aggression and confidence away from Liquid. Look at them go, charging down. And what do you know? 5 versus 3 straight away.
Yeah,
but Taco,
yeah,
woo, he's got a couple players with their backs turned perhaps. They peek into him. He tries, but he knows that he could be exposed. However, it's clean, it's crisp, it's clinical.
Oh my God.
It's Team Liquid with a second pistol.
We're exasperated. That was so. And you know, what's funny is they always run down. They just run down mid all the time.
Yeah.
That's just literally their CT side pistol, and it doesn't seem to matter.
Just
they're so good at it. This guy's made just such a high win rate, and it's just so fun to do. You know what I mean? Like, why not? If it's fun and it works, what's the argument against it? Tell me.
Safe to say these T's had their bells rung. Straight out the gates. No chance to catch their breath after an underwhelming half. But again, like we said, they finished that half with 4 of the last 5 rounds. Whether that was Team Liquid just showing mercy, we'll have to find out. But it's a quick charge up Banana into the MP9s. And Alige, again, just haphazardly jumping down middle to force the issue here to just finish up in the office. Nafly next up, sees the shoulder of Fur, and he's dropped. But here's Nitro. SMG after SMG. And did we find ourselves 1v1?
1v1, baby. This is what dreams are made of. Smoke goes down in the correct location. And he's identified the threats, shied him away. Lights on for the defuse kit. Came new in the update. That's good stuff. And Twist. Is he just going to push through? Can he see? Oh my goodness, no. Fur walks by. Like ships in the night.
Now, settle down, everyone. This clutch, still anyone's to win. Twists goes for the smoke, blocks off vision. Fur gonna have to show himself around. Twists diffusing from on top of the fountain. Fur's gonna peek, and just in the nick of time. Maybe Team Liquid now have to kind of rethink that over-the-top aggression.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I mean, yeah, it cost them something. They have a huge lead to work with. They play with a lot of discipline on the T side, so it's probably just like they had their parts in the right place. I don't know if they threw caution to the wind a little bit. Sometimes it's good to just like continue to apply pressure. You'd feel foolish to like slow things down in a situation where you could have just like owned them quickly and made them kind of feel even more like indignity, right? So, I mean, just to keep the pressure on and win is a great thing sometimes, just to keep that momentum flowing. Either way, we've got a buy. It's not amazing, and neither was the nade. Taco, KNG take a bit of damage.
Good spacing here, but I take that back. Alish gets away with a bit of a robbery. He stuffs his pockets and sprints back to the A site. A better grenade than that of MIBR.
One-upped.
They're kind of scared, and I don't blame them.
This is good. They've got their attention, though. You know, Alish isn't turning that corner. That MIBR working their way up to B. And no rotations are in just yet. So a lot of attention here on just the two in Stu and Naf.
Put down another smoke. Let this pistol play close if needed. But if they let it fade, then these T's may just charge right through it. There's already players past, so yeah, that audio cue given away. MIBR did a really good job of just inching their way close enough and catching timing here, looking to dispatch of this force buy from Liquid.
Yeah, nice contact move there from MIBR. They don't have to worry too much. I was surprised. I thought Naf was just going to chain the smoke, but instead he decides to hold off, knock the habit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But still fell back into it.
Right. Yeah, it does keep pulling you back. It's an addictive thing. But yeah, it's sometimes it's good to do contacts. Obviously, just as like a general tip, just because. If you know somebody's going to throw a nade at you once they see your nades coming your way or their way, you'd be better off just like trying to throw a body at the problem and then having a lot of people behind to trade if something goes wrong. Very standard move in Counter-Strike. It's not always about just having the most grenades possible. Sometimes it's just about being as tricky as you can be. And here's one of those situations. They swing on Naf off of his grenade contact, and then even though Stewie swings right after, there's just not enough time for him to do anything worthwhile.
For knew all he had to throw was that 180.
Yeah.
Did so. Team Liquid know that they can't throw much into this, so they have what they still held, grandfathered from the last round. What's the play? They'll scamper towards a single smoke. MIBR riding a wave of momentum here versus an anti-eco. This kind of goes back to what we had with Team Liquid on their T side, consistently surviving with 3 to 4 players, you know, getting that early economy advantage. Fight at a distance favors Taco here.
Yeah, we know how scared MIBR were on their CT side in the rounds like these, and you should be. You should take your time. Or sorry, a Liquid when they were approaching. The same credence is given. So you've got 2 Galils that you want to carry forward, not a gun that you want to drop in this situation for MIBR.
And obviously, in the case of Liquid,
do something though.
They were setting that precedent early. You know, they didn't have to, but they chose to. MIBR realizing their margin of error is so slim that they must take this corner by corner, but they round one into
a laser pointer.
The lying weights of a couple CZs. Some mini machine guns. Catches Nitro trying to turn, but does take a dink back. Scarred. And KNG not far from the trade, but Twist able to nab another good attempt. However, Fur gets the best of him, and this is going to throw Team Liquid into a very awkward spot. They've lost the A bomb site. Bomb's able to cross, and that should be the 7th round for MIBR on the board. But the bomb being planted.
Actually get...
Ooh, it's close. Oh. But no cigar. At least he has the Krieg, and you know what? He's going to take that and run.
Yeah, that's a big prize. It's time to cash in your tickets. This is something you want to walk away with.
Just getting Nafly flashbacks for a second.
Right, I know. And there's still time for more of those.
12-7. Suddenly that near insurmountable lead has been cut down. Had they not given away 4 of the last 5 in the first half.
Little rare animation deagle coming right up.
That means you get the next headshot.
Ooh. One to the body.
Another.
He's dead.
Another!
Can he? No. Okay.
Almost. Nice effort there by Stu. Took the deagle off of Elige as he ran to save the Krieg. So still half of the rounds of Liquid, but MIBR doing a good job minimizing their mistakes and at least making the most of what this is.
That's true.
A chance to play Liquid on Inferno inland.
Yeah, it is. And on that round, Liquid do something that MIBR had a lot of trouble with, and that's just knock down majority deaths on their eco rounds. So, and that's probably thanks to Stewie there with those extra 2 kills. So that's a big deal. As we can see, Taco's at $0. Everybody else has half a buy in the bank. Liquid lead by 5, are certainly not out of the woods, and MIBR are certainly not to be written off. We now move into another rifle round fall and starts off hot. An opening op shot for him.
Look at this guy go. Gets that opening pick, immediately extends into Arch, anticipating a rotation through CT spawn, and he'd be right to do so, but it's Elige over towards the library, twists, falls to pit, and that rotator's dead. A round that's done in an instant.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's one of those situations you look and you're like, in my scrims, I can't do that, right? And it's because, like, it's not often that you, as the opper, are going to run up mid and take a dry peek into Arch because you think that you just understand how the other team plays. Like, this is only something they can do versus each other. And Fallen just picks the correct opportunity, just an instant capitalization on the shoulder peek. And then, yeah, the rotator kill comes easy. It's so hard. Like, Nitro's like, all right, well, I just hope Fallen's not being too aggressive because I'd like to come in and try to help Twist. Twist gets 1 kill. If there's 2 within the site, there's still a chance to play. Once Fallen gets that next kill, doors closed. The gates come down. The fair's too high. There's no way to rotate in. And now we move to within 4. And things once again get a little bit more interesting.
I wonder if Team Liquid are starting to stress. Again, can't come in with a buy, so they're just going to have to let this one slip. Oh, how they wish they had played that second round different. 2 M4s in this one. Oh, a lineup! Stewie! Hello, hello. It's been a while, my friend. And what's nice is this is going to enable the CZs to start playing forward too. I mean, you've already gotten a 5 versus 3, so why not throw a couple pistols at them? Out of nowhere, Team Liquid may have just robbed back around. And again, this is where we have to remember that minimal margin of error that MIBR were working with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, Stewie just taking so much attention down, but you don't know if he does that on another rifle round.
On an actual rifle round.
Yeah, but here, as you mentioned, like, yeah, why not to give it a shot? That's 2 important kills. It's not only that, MIBR haven't gotten a kill yet in this round. I mean, like, it's just going to be, they're going to have 5 hands, sorry, they're going to have 10 hands to be able to collect all the guns that have been dropped once this round is over. MIBR have more to worry about than just trying to win the round. That seems far-fetched. Getting any kills would be huge.
A little worried about the flank, but Team Liquid not opting to charge down mid. We do have Elige getting his hands on an AK, playing at the forefront of apps, and with this utility starting to come over, you can see that rotate in Nitro. But they have 30 seconds, so they could still just pump the brakes, play the fake. There's a crucial op shot. That's the 1 kill that could start to unravel this hold on B. No smoke on CT. There's the peek. Naf dropping Taco, pushing it all down onto Fallen. He has to plant, and he's got so many people around him. They're just going to pressure, and Team Liquid take their 13th off of just 2 M4s.
And that's an op recovered for Team Liquid. That's 4 people up that have recovered guns. There's going to be 1 upgrade, a ton of money made on the save. And we move into critical round territory, this 13 mark. A Stewie makes the most important play, obviously, of the round. Elige very clean with the CZ work in Halls, and that's huge to make it a 2v5, where, you know, that's when you're past the point of no return. But, yeah, it's obviously Stewie with the rifle work there that makes the most difference.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a round where it is just one round after letting 4 slip past, but considering they had just the 2 rifles from the previous buy, considering that MIBR has so little to work with in terms of making mistakes, that feels way bigger than just one round.
It's true.
It has far more weight, but job's not over. They are 3 rounds away from a win, 2 to secure OT.
Yeah. And
why am I looking at a P90?
A P90. Yeah, that's a rare sight to see. They cut the kill reward in half. It costs a little bit too much. It's an awkward gun. It's got a good amount of bullets. It does some damage. You just don't see it being used.
I thought he was the big brain.
Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe in a way that we can't even understand.
Let's find out.
Yeah, the T side no less, huh? Interesting. I'm down. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's see. He bought down to 0, so he did perfect math on that purchase. Oh,
cautiously curious.
Nate's raining from the sky. Stewie, could he do damage? He's actually going to tag here off that. AT, that's very good. Wow, he just eliminates 2.
Another double from Stewie. P90 doesn't even fire a shot. Stewie almost getting that 4th kill already, but Fur will take him down. Taco falling into the Orange's best snap, and that's a big duel to pick up. Taco could just desperately plant, and Elige could easily stop it. 90-degree turn.
Yikes.
As Team Liquid secure 14. But
a little rock salt on the wounds.
That's a big play from Stu. Again, adding early kills with the M4.
Wow, man. That was 3, yeah? That was like shades of happy right here, all through the smoke. Well, the second one. Poor Mayern just catches a stray bullet. Yeah, absolutely violent on the attack. You love the zoning grenade, the zoning Molotov there from Elige just to the back to know that if the plant's going down, he knows exactly where, and he knows that no one can swing.
Look what's happened
behind quad. What's going on? We're in 14-8.
Yeah, Stewie, the double rifle round that transitioned into a gun versus gun, and now it's just pistols.
They have nothing. Yeah.
They had that one round to play with, and the economic ramifications.
Wow, big words.
It's a tough one to be in. Remember when MIBR were feeling hot just 3 rounds ago?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they cooled off quick.
They cooled off quick, yeah. That's tough. I got big words. They're cryogenically frozen.
Yeah. But not in one spot. Still working around the map, clearly. Playing up around Banana. I see you. Through the wall. Do it to him. I mean, that's information.
Yeah, that might be more annoying because he's got to come close, but then, yeah, he got another thing coming.
Yeah. Hits him with the flying elbow off the top rope. Holds his ground. Smashes
his keyboard
on the lane side. Here's Elige. Should be an easy fight versus Fallen's Glock. He's trying to puff his chest, but down they go, lining up. And that's giving Liquid 15. So it looks scary. It looked like we were going to have to start painting the picture of the MIBR comeback, but
they're just so in control of their own fate that they're like playing games like it's the WWE, right? They're just like putting on a show for us.
Again, it's that feeling of like, had they played the second round a little differently and not charged all over the map with MP9s, maybe this finishes at like 16-5 and we're already done. But even with them making, let's call it a mistake, they've been able to recuperate.
Yes.
And they'll elevate towards potentially the 2-0 win. 7 map and match points here from MIBR. They put up a hell of a show on Vertigo, and they are not done yet. Nitro, the only response here in round 24, but the B site has fallen beneath the feet of the Brazilians.
Just like that. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's 59. So, yeah, that's a very nice round. MIBR get to the top of B. The kills come instantly. 1 at mid as well, actually. Nitro trying to pick up the pieces. 2 kills, the only 2 kills of this round. Taco on a bounty hunt right now. He would like to pick up an op. Uh-oh. Oh, you didn't hear the shiver of that scope? The flicker from a distance down the long haul. Taco, ugh! Blood splattered all over the wall. Jackson Pollock.
Ew. Someone call room service.
Jackson Wallach.
So, an AWP held on to here by a Nitro. A 9th round for MIBR. Again, still capable. Still most certainly able to claw their way back into the second map, but they are falling victim to their own T side, CT side.
Yeah.
They're on T side now.
They are on T side now. That's correct. Yeah.
Double ops here for Team Liquid. Going to immediately buy back into this. They are sitting on piles of gold.
To open things up, we had a strong B play just now.
Yeah.
The 2 kills that fell into place. All Liquid have to do to avoid that is not go down banana this time around. Play it out, make it a longer round, see what happens, see what MIBR's response is. They go for the aggression right away. They end up taking a tiny bit of damage for their efforts. It might have been worthwhile, though. They get some info on the setup. They have scared the blue team into trying to retake or peek at top mid. Now they can move back to B, but good thing for Liquid, they've got eyes here still. They play a little bit more aggressively than MIBR did to them. Yeah. Oh, that's a flick! Oh. That's a flick to remember.
Naf, hell of a shot, falls back. Stewie, who was trying to cheat his way over towards CT spawn, is caught with grenades, and that's gonna put Naf back in the test. Stewie ready to just split through these T's. They've got backs turned. Sure, Naf goes down, but Stewie has been so consistently in the mix at this B site. A smoke over towards Coffin, spamming through, may have just screwed MIBR's chances at keeping this match rolling. A bender on Vertigo and an attempt on Inferno after a near flat half. They cannot bring it back. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Liquid, 16-9 on their map choice. And they will open up shop here on the very first day of our action-packed adventure.
Wow, what an amazing series, regardless.